So what's going on right now is literally transferring old data into a new system, typing, right? Or is it more than that? And who's doing it? Is the vendor doing this, or is county staff doing it?
Well, the vendor
with
has
assistance from the vendor.
Yeah, the vendor itself has gone through and pulled all of our core existing data and putting this information in the correct boxes into this system, and the information that we're taking from the clerk's office, like if someone comes in and files a deed, like you bought a new house, they come to the clerk's office, they file their deed. We still get that information, and it takes about 3 or 4 days for it to work its way to our office where it's entered into the new system.
Basically what we had previously was a product called RealWare, and they filed bankruptcy, which left us in a lurch to go out and find a new CAMA system, computer-assisted mass appraisal. So we had this product for close to 20 years, and it has a multitude of fields that are very familiar to us, and what we ended up having to do was go out and find a new vendor and make all of these boxes wind up in our new product offered by Patriot called AP5, and make all of these boxes match up, balance, and function like we're accustomed to, including the sketches and photos. We'll have a mapping piece here that Mike made mention of, and that's basically what my job has been for the last 2 years, making all these boxes from here end up over here and be accurate and balanced and create values that are fair and accurate.
It's not being duly entered into the old system, which is what the website is looking at right now. So that's been the issue of the data cutoff as of October.
So right now, if I know of a transaction that's taken place, changed hands, I know it's happened, I can come down here and see the data.
Yes.
I can see the documentations because they're public. I can see the documentation because it is public record.
Right.
But it's caught up right now in this transition online.
Yes, it's live,
online.
sitting there running, and you can call and get that same information. You get it. Yeah. Just that the website's not reflecting that yet.
And we've had people. We're talking how many transactions? Maybe 1,000, maybe 3,000.
There's been a little
less than
3,000
The
deeds
people
filed.
that rely on them, and again, have got used to that ease of access.
And for those folks that want to have that information updated on our current site,
Yeah.
I've had people call up and say, I'd like to have it done. And I said, well, we're transitioning, we're going through the conversion. In a few weeks or a month, it will be updated. And they'll say, oh, okay, well, don't worry about it. I said, no, it's not a problem. We can update that, and it'll eventually be all updated.
The majority of my job has been just basically bringing in thousands and thousands of rows of data and making them come in here and make them hit in these boxes where they're supposed to. And then once we were ready, we went over and took the ownership. That's where we started. Our first little piece of the puzzle that we thought was complete was for the deeds and transfers. So we started making our deeds and transfer changes in here.
Nobody likes the inconvenience of having to drive on Broadway Extension when they're doing construction. But you can't get the new road without causing the problems with the old road and having some inconvenience. And it's a minor inconvenience. As I mentioned, the data is still available on the clerk's site. So it's just a matter of whether you want to get it. As you mentioned earlier, we've kind of spoiled people.